Hi class, it is Dr. McCartney again. It is April 1st. Um, Welcome to spring and happy April Fool's Day. We are wrapping up week 3, so that means we are in the back half of the class and we're in the home stretch. I hope everything is going well. I wanted to take a minute to reflect back on the week 2 assignment, and that was the Creative Spark TED Talk. You had a choice of 6 different creative thinkers. They included an educator, artist, author, entrepreneur, fashion designer. I hope you found these videos interesting, and if you didn't get a chance to watch all of them, they're really fascinating, so I hope that you can take time to go back and look at them. Again, I want to emphasize that it is very important to read the textbook. For this assignment in particular, I was looking for specific relationships between the video and the text, so that was really important in this assignment. One of the speakers was Sir Ken Robinson, who talked about how schools are killing creativity in students for various reasons, but they're institutionally trained that there are wrong answers and there are wrong answers. And so this is one of those assignments where there really weren't any right or wrong answers. I was looking for how you think and how you compare the material in the text to what another speaker is talking about and drawing parallels and relationships between those two things. And for the most part, really good stuff came out of those assignments this week. I wanted to give you a few additional resources based on those creative thinkers in the TED Talks. So one of those resources is a book. Adam Grant was one of the TED Talks that you could watch, and he has a best-selling book called The Originals: How Nonconformists Move the World. It's very interesting. He does talk in more detail about the Warby Parker pitch that those guys gave him and that he turned down and lost millions of dollars of. But he has some other really interesting things about nonconformists. And one of those things is they did a study that the people on teams who tended to be the nonconformists and the most creative and leaders on the team tend to choose a different browser than what comes standard. Like if you had a Mac and they would choose something in addition to Safari, or they would choose something in addition to Explorer. And those people tend to be more leaders in organizations. That's interesting. And then he's got a whole chapter on how to avoid groupthink and the myths of social culture and cults. So The Originals, it's a really good book. I will post a picture of Janet Eshelman's work. She was the artist who, when all hope was lost and she had lost all of her painting supplies, created a new medium for art and doing sculptures out of fishing nets. And I'm in Phoenix, and downtown Phoenix has one of her statues, so I will post in the page this week the Phoenix statue of Janet. I guess it's architecture, it's not really a statue, of Eshelman's work. And then lastly, next week you're going to have a learning activity by a brilliant man called Zizensky Mihaly. And it's going to be a video that you'll watch. And this is a book called Creativity. It's a follow-up to the book called Flow. And flow is the topic in your video. And it's the idea that when you're in the right place between challenging work and skill level and interest, that you can be in the zone and working at such a great pace, uninterrupted, that you will lose track of time because you're so in this zone or the flow. Marathoners feel that, runners high. It's that feeling of you just lose track because you're just in the exact right place to do that work at that level. So really interesting video. And this book is very interesting. It's got a different look at creativity than we've been reading in our book. He's got domains of creativity. But this is one that's worth looking into too. A reminder that participation is due tomorrow, Monday, but your team assignment is not due until Tuesday. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. Week 3, our readings were back from creativity to critical thinking about thinking about problems, the assumptions that we have about problems, refining those problems, then thinking about the solutions, and then refining the solutions. Your assignment that you've been working on in your teams is about finding a solution. My recommendation, my strong recommendation, is don't try to solve a major world problem. You're not going to do it in a week if it hasn't been done already, but it is better to take a bite-sized piece of that problem and really delve into that and try and make an improvement. It is better to do a thorough evaluation of that problem and a simple, elegant solution than do a mediocre solution to an enormous problem that you probably won't be able to solve in entirety. That again, due on Tuesday. If you have any questions, concerns about the team or how things are going, send me a private message. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing your assignments. Thanks.